The cover has always been an essential part of the craft of bookmaking. But its purpose over the centuries was purely to protect the precious pages within. Thick boards usually bound in leather, they said more about the wealth of the owner than the actual contents of the book.
What the covers of a book do, fundamentally, is keep the paper from falling out. It's the same thing as bread in a sandwich. Unless you want roast beef all over your knees, you have to have bread to keep it in. So covers, in the first instance, are purely utilitarian. Eventually, people begin to see that you could stamp or emboss the covers with exciting scenes. There's a lot of that in the 1870s, 1880s. And the cover of the book becomes a selling tool.
Over the following 50 years, cover design became an increasingly important way of marketing the book. The arrival of the paperback with printed covers in the 1930s satisfied increasing demand from an avid mass readership of limited means.
A lot of prejudice, a lot of snobbery about paperbacks in the early days, and an assumption that they were somehow disposable. And there are stories of people reading them on the decks of cruise ships on ocean-bound liners and tearing off each page as they'd read them and just throwing them away because it was thought that the books were so cheap and so disposable that you didn't need to keep them.
The paperback revolution truly arrived with a new publisher in 1935. For the first time, Penguin introduced reputable authors to the masses. Sold in Woolworths for the price, advertised at the time, of 10 cigarettes, they were an instant success.
All of a sudden, you had a source of reading material which was pleasantly designed, easy to read, accessible, not very expensive. And the public absolutely loved it.
Employing a color scheme to denote the genre, together with distinctive typography, Penguin established a brand identity readers could trust.
Orange denoted fiction, travel writing was in a pink colour, pelicans were sky blue, crime fiction was green, etc. This really helped the books appear collectible and